Hey everyone, welcome back. And this video will be concluding our Salon app from our previous video. So we already have two screens ready. We did our user flow, and then we have our brief here, some colors, fonts, and all of that. All of that was done in the previous video. So if you haven't seen that, make sure to check it out. And in this video. And in this video, we'll be concluding the design. So the next thing we'll be doing based on our brief is to allow users to select the date and time, and then they can select the staff, and then they confirm their booking. I looked at this flow again, and for me, I would want the user to select the date first, and then the staff, and then the time before they confirm booking. And the reason is that, so you select the date, so for that date it shows staffs that are still available for that particular date. So say the salon has like probably 50 staff, or maybe less. Let's even just say 10. They might have like 2 out of 10 of them booked for the entire day, so they won't show up once you select the date. So say I select the 14th. If 2 out of the 10 staffs are booked on the 14th, those 2 wouldn't show up once I select the dates. So after I select the staff, then I would have to select the time from the time that they are available. So afterwards, then I can confirm my booking. So I think that makes more sense than to select the date and the time and then the staff, because if I do that first, I select the date and the time, yeah, it will still show me staff that are available within that date and time. But if I select a staff that I like, if he's not available at a certain time, I can just look for a time that is available and try to stick to it if I so much like to work with that staff. So I'll go with that flow. You can choose like any other flow that works for you. We don't have like a specific flow that would work. It depends on you at the end of the day. Just to go over things again, this is our initial home page, and then the bookings page. So that is after I click on this page, it brings me to this page, and then now I select the service, and then that's when I can select the date and the yada yada yada. So let's go on to that now. So the next thing is to select the date and time. So I'll duplicate this. I'm holding Alt, then Alt and Shift, and then I use my mouse to drag so I can duplicate that. So I'll make the height of this the same as the initial home page, because I'm going to be using a modal or a bottom sheet as it might be called. So our height is 812. And then would have an overlay on it first. So let's make our overlay. Yeah, for this particular screen it should be above the home indicator. So yeah, the home indicator will be fixed now. Then I'll select the overlay and make it black, so 000 for black, and I'll reduce the opacity by 70% so that we can see through it a little bit. So the next thing is to have our bottom sheets. Some people call it modal. So R for the rectangle tool, and then start drawing. I don't know the height that we'll be using yet. We'll find out depending on the content that will be inside. Then corner radius 20. But the thing now is that once I make the corner radius 20, everything is made a little bit circular, but I just want specific edges or a specific corners to have that corner radius. Not, I don't want the bottom left and right to have the corner radius, just the top, right, and left. So I'll click independent corners here. The first one is the top, second top left, and the second one is top right. Once you click on it, or once you even over on it, you see the name, and then once you click on it, also the first icon is showing you what section you are editing. So while the last two on here is the bottom corner, right corner, I'll make that 0, and then I'll make this also, that's the bottom left corner radius, also 0. So now we can see that is made flat. And then I would select our background color. So if you remember, background color is not all white, it is like an off white. That's F9, 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 F9. So next is we say the service has been selected, and next is to do the date. So what we would do right now is type, I think I can borrow one of our tests. I think this would be a good size. I'll bring it here. So Ctrl C to copy and Ctrl V to paste. So just paste it here and then drag it down below. Then say select your date. So remember, we are using the margin of 16 pixels to the left, so we still have to keep to that. So 16, select the date. So let's design our date. I'll draw the rectangle tool. Before that, let's just draw the test. So let's just pull up our calendar and type, say Wednesday. Where's my tests? It is hiding somewhere. Not sure what's happening, but I would like to lock everything below. Okay, probably because of this fixed layers. I'll just delete these ones. So select dates, and then the next thing will be our test for the dates itself. So that's the date and the day. So that's like say 14, and then put that to Monday. I'll be reducing the size and then the width 14. I'll bring them closer to each other. Let's try 8. 8 are looking bad. Yeah, I think I like 8, or let's say 12. Let's leave it at 12 for now, and then okay, we'll have like a rectangle around it. Control, remember again our shortcut, Control and the bracket key just before P to bring the layer down, and then I'll round it up. I think I want it to be totally, not entirely rounded like this, but to give me a nice overall shape. So let's see, what will that be? I think 20 is fine. I just have to, yeah. Yep. Yeah, so something like that, and then both of them should be center aligned inside of this. Better still, I think. Okay, let's make this an auto layout first, and then we'll finish up things that I want or I would like us to do to it. So we know the space between them is 12. First of all, I want Monday to be on top, and then 14th to be down. Then our space to the left and right is 8. That might be fine. Let's do 12 also for these, or let's try 16. I think 16 is fine. Do I want to do 12? Okay, let's make this also 18. Oh, let's make that also 12. So I think we are good like that. And then the color, so let's say this day is a previous day, so you can't select it, so we have to go it out. We are going to go to our color. Our main color is the purple, if you remember again. So go to field and select one of the variations of that, of our purple, one of the accents. Yeah, I think I am good with. Yeah, I think we are good with this. We can go with this. I think it's at the same time. I think it is too obvious for a disabled state. So disabled states are like the colors that are it states that you can't sell it basically. Yeah, that's the brief. Let's go with this for now, and we'll see what it looks like, and then we'll duplicate this, hold alt and shift and duplicate. It is fine. Tuesday will be the 15th. We can make this to auto layout also, and then click on auto layout, and then what we can just do is select Tuesday, double click to go inside and select Tuesday, and then Ctrl C Ctrl V. Once you do that, automatically paste a new one to the side, and then gives you the same spacing, so you don't have to always keep holding alt shift and dragging, yada yada. Yeah, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, so that's how it's going to be, because this will be scrollable, like you can just scroll through it like that. And like this is not the only type of way you can design your dates. There are various styles. This is just the direction I'm going with. So always remember, we don't have one solution to a design problem or a design task. There are several ways you can always design stuff. This will be the 18th, and then this is the Friday. It's Friday day. Okay, Saturday, 19th, and I think we have somebody hiding over there. So I'll just increase the space so that it would let the user know that this is scrollable, because at 8 we just commented it. At 8 it's not giving that it's not giving the, what will I call it now, it's not giving the idea that that can be edited. So so would leave it like that. So one thing I also want to do is have a consistent weight, and like Monday is 34, says 24, so that's making our rectangle either like smaller or wider, or bigger. So I'll quickly do something. I'll select this and make it a frame selection, so that frame now is 34 pixel. So I'll do that for the other dates also. I'm holding Ctrl and Shift while selecting. I think if I make them a frame like this, it is going to group them. Yeah, so I wouldn't do that. I have to make the frames individual. So, and shortcut for a frame is Ctrl Alt G. So I'll go to the width here and type 34. So once I do that, now look at the width. I've been saying width for so long. The width of the box holding our Tuesday, you'd see that it's going to expand. So that would make everything consistent if you're using 34 Ultra. So yeah, do you see it's the same as Monday right now. So the next one is frame selection again. Control Alt G is the shortcut. You can just use that, and then Control Alt G for this 34. So now we're having consistency, and that's something you should look for, or something you should do when you're designing. Consistency as much as you can. The only thing I'll just do is make this center aligned in the frame. So that's center aligned. Let's do that also for others, so they are center aligned in the frame. Then okay, so make Saturday also into a frame. Control Alt G, and then the weight 34. Then click on Saturday to make sure that center aligned also. So you see now that we have like equal spacing of 8 between them, and then this is giving the idea that, oh, this is scrollable. I can scroll to a specific date. So let's say Monday and Tuesday are the previous days, and that you can't select anymore because like today is Wednesday the 16th. Other days you can select them. So what we'll do is to change the colors of these. So instead of making it a field, we are going to make it a stroke, but the stroke with the same color. So we won't be having a field, or I'll just make the field the same as our background here. So click on plus, click on plus, and then the background, then stroke. Yeah, we'll come to stroke and then pick our accent color. Instead of inside, make it outside. Make this just to make it more bold, or it out to, I think for the stroke I will prefer to use our original purple, because yeah, that is more obvious than the accent. So let's try changing our field here also to that original purple. Nah, I prefer it to be this. Yeah, it shows as disabled more. And then another thing that we can do is change the color of our text also. Let's look at our field. Nah, that's not yours. Okay, what I can do is I'll remove this, I'll detach the style, go to my color, pick the background, and then drag this down so that I can get something that deep, you know. So I think this is fine to show that it is disabled, so you can pick the previous date. And I think I want to increase this spacing also. Try as much as possible to give your design space, enough space, call it white space. And then I think the distance between each what's it called now, between the characters here, I want to reduce them. I think they are too far. 8 yeah, I think 4 is fine. I'll just do 4. And then do that for the rest of them also. Yeah, feels better now. And then I think I want to reduce the space, or maybe increase it rather. That is one thing I can do. The other also is, I think I want to reduce the space after each character. Just quickly Ctrl Z, make sure everything is selected. Instead of 16, let me bring it back to 12 first, and then select each container. I'm holding shift down to select and then clicking and selecting, and then I'd make this 8 instead. And first of all, that would be, we'll go back into this element, and then I'll make sure that the space is 8. That's the space between both characters, and then 12 to the left and right. I think for this test I want to, so this, yeah, I want to edit color a bit, so this will be perfect. Yes. Something else that I would do to make this even more effective for me is to try and create and start making sure that my page is just okay, margin 16. My page is exactly how I want it to look, so I know that there's no content coming in there again. Now we have our button, because you have to click on the button to say, oh, take me to the next thing. So that will be 48. So once I select the date, the button will be active, and then I'll round the corner by 12. The margin on both sides must be 16, so it's 18 on one side. So I'll just come here and say what we already have, the value we already have, plus 2. And if I center align it, you see now we have 16 on both sides, and then I would have the text on it. So continue, and then I'll make the text semi-bold, increase the size to 16. I think I want to make it just a little bit tight. I think I'm fine with that, and then I'll center align it. So the button also would give it a disabled state, because like you have to select, just to make sure that select the dates before they can do anything. So for that, I'll just select one of our disabled state colors. Which one would that be? Yeah, we can go with that, and then pick, nah, that's wrong. Pick a color to just imply that that button is disabled. So I think we are good with this. I'll group the button. Then the button, how far should it be from the bottom? I would probably say, let's say 40, and then can bring this closer. Yeah, baby, come closer, yeah. Yeah, that's 74. Okay, let me just do it smarter way. Select this 3. Okay, initially let me just make this alpha I want it to be away. I think 32 should be fine, and then give it an auto layout, and then select this also. So now I can give it a specific space. So I'm doing 36. It has moved from the bottom, so we have to still align to the bottom. No, you know, we are doing 40. We are doing 40 from the bottom, so yes. Yeah, so we have 40 from the bottom, and then this, I want it to be 24. So 36 would actually be small for that, so let's do 48. And again, it has moved closer, so just increase. So yeah, we're good now. Then quickly we'll just duplicate this to have the active state of the button. So that is active state of the button and then selected date. So for the button, I'll select that color and give it our primary color, and then come to this also, and let's see, I'm good with that. We have a white. The white is also, yeah, we can give it our background white. And let's say we are selecting Thursday the 17th. We will also change it from a stroke, so we would no longer have a stroke, but would now have a fill of our primary color as the selected date, so that differentiates it. So once we are done, we're going to prototype all of that. So we are done with that. Next is to select the staff that's available. And a quick one, probably we should change our copy here. Select your dates. What can we call that now? Probably just leave it. If you think of something better, you can share in the comment box or implement that in your own version. And then the next thing is to select the staff they would like to work with. Select a barber. Okay, so now I'll remove this auto layout. We don't need the date anymore. Just ungroup that, and yeah, that should work now. Ungroup that, and we will make a list of barbers. Quick one, I want this to be longer first of all, and then we'll draw a rectangle, R for the rectangle tool, and let's make this 80 for now. Again, 16 to the left and right. Currently don't have that. We can just check the width of this. That's 343. The width of our button is 343, and center line, and we'll see that we have 16 to the left and right. I can make this also 12. Yeah, so I'll make these all white and give it shadow. So if you remember, we have used a shadow somewhere before, I believe here, or where was that? Yeah, we used a shadow here, and then we can just copy the color and come here to paste that. Effects, drop shadow, color, and then blur. 2 on the y-axis, 24 blur, and then a spread of 4. Then we need another rectangle that would house the image of the barber. So this is going to be a square actually, so 52 by 52. Let's look at that. Our corner radius of the inner shape can be the same as that of the outer shape. So first of all, I know I want to give it a space of let's see, maybe 12. So that's a 6. Yeah, and then let's quickly bring up on splash. If you remember, click on the icon here, that's the third, the resources icon, that's the third to the left, and then plugins, and then go to Unsplash. So while that is running, the details that the card would have will be the name of the barber, ratings that they have gotten, uh, then their starting price. So the concept of this is that you pay a booking fee, which if you cancel some hours ahead, you get a refund of your booking fee. So this is now a business decision. Should we make it 1 hour ahead or 2 hours ahead? Because you booking a slot means nobody else can book that slot, and if you just get a full refund and feel like you can cancel anytime, um, that slot is wasted. The barber, the business could have made money, but we are going to give you a grace to cancel within a certain period, and then if you don't cancel within that period, maybe we'll give you half of your booking fee, or you won't get your booking fee refunded at all. So that is how that would work with the starting fee. So starting fee is okay. When I get there, this is how much this person's price starts from, and then depending on whatever you want to do. If I'm doing more complex stuff, it gets more expensive, and then if I'm doing the basic, it is the starting fee that we see there that would be charged. So let's quickly type up the name. I don't know why I'm going with this name, and then make that 14. Make sure it's aligned to the top, and then I can bring it closer, and then this will be the starting fee, starting from say $20, and okay, we're going to change 2 more things. That is one that let's make it 12 instead, and then we will change the color. I'm not satisfied with that, but let's order on that for now. So we have this here as the name and then the starting price. Spacing is 4, or can create that as an auto layout and set and align it with our main box, and then can borrow these. Okay, we have a rating system somewhere already, so let's just bring this and paste here. But we'd like to know like number of people that rated them 4.5, because 4.5 might just be from someone. So are we going to do that? Are we going to do that? First of all, I'll align this to the top, and then 4.5, I can say in brackets 1,000 reviews. So let's see what happens if we decide to break this down. And then make this align to the top. I don't think I like it. It's not looking good. So Ctrl Z to undo that, and then or maybe we'll just do this instead. Make this align to the top, and then we can bring this to the bottom, but that would mean we have to increase the height of our box. I'll use 12 for that, and let's have 16 pixels from the top. 16. And then in between these two, I think 12 is fine, and then 16 from the bottom. So that would be 72 for that. We would have to increase the width though. So first of all, make this an auto layout. Can decide to align this to the center, so it's not looking bad. And then create an auto layout, and once I select this, create an auto layout also, so then I can increase this so that our space is consistent. I think 64 is fine, so you're good with that. So click on the rectangle, then go to Unsplash and just search for profile pictures. I'm not sure if this is a good search keyword, so I'll just say profile. And then we can start selecting. So for some reasons that picture is not working, so we just select some other random pictures. Yeah, you can have a female barber. Yeah. And then we duplicate this. Let me just create an auto layout from everything. So one thing we'll quickly do is make this so this is already an auto layout, and then I'll change the width property to so create an auto layout. Well, I don't want it to all content, I'll say fixed width, and then again we know this is 334, so make this 334, so it remains like that. So name can spread started from, and then the reels. So create more duplicates. Now let's look at it for now. I'll better still do 16 so that we have enough space. Then it's layout, Ctrl C, delete that. I'll select one of them, Ctrl C and Ctrl V to create more copies. The thing is, this has to go, the auto layout group has to go behind our button, so that means it will be scrollable. You can just scroll on the tray list and make this 8 instead. So the next bar bar, I think I want better female profile. Yeah. Okay. And then need one more. Yeah. So we're good there. Then we can change the names. Our name will definitely not be Derek. So once again, this has to be like empty state until you select a barbar. And then another thing we can totally do is favoriting a barbar. So we can have like love shape around it, the love icon, the art icon. So go to that, and then material symbols, run, and search for art. Yep. So this is currently a mess because I didn't click this auto layout group. So I'll click in until we get to this auto layout group. and then we will have, okay, let me go one step higher, and then we would have the ads there. Where is it? So I think if I bring it in here, yeah, that's good. So the only thing is, I know I want it to be at the other side, so I'll just drag it far enough. Or better still, if we don't stress, just click on absolute position, and then voila. So same 12. Is it aligned to the top? Yes, it is. So you can favorite a barber. What else? So we can just duplicate that all through. It's just aligned to the top here. Same thing all the way and down to this. So we are good. Then one last thing is the empty state of the button. So the latest button, and then I'll come here and paste Ctrl V. So yeah, then the active state, that is when the barber is selected. So say we are going for Derek, what we can just do is give that box a stroke. That will be this. So once we select that, like just to show that you have clicked on Derek, and then we'll change that to this. Come back here and delete this, and then paste. One thing we can do is change the text here to just so that it's more obvious. Book Derek. So it's not center aligned, and that is what we'll do. So for this, I increased the stroke from 1 to 2 to make it a little bit more obvious. So we are going with Derek as our man here. And then just create a duplicate again. This will be select time. So I don't need this. I don't need this. Need this also. So need the tests available time slots. I'll make this, let's look at 12, and then regular, center align it. I'll try one of the grays. Think this should be fine. Yeah. Let's see what would happen if we make everything uppercase. But that's my main. That would mean we'd have to increase the space. Let's try 11. Okay. Available time slots. So going through this again, I noticed that we didn't cater for if the user wants to go back and select either
another date or another barber. So I'll quickly just fix that. Then I'll use the material symbols. So the back can just have the arrow back there. Drag it here. Make sure it's aligned to the edge there, and then let's see what it looks like in the center. I think it's fine in the center. So you can also make this in the center and then this there. So I'll control that. I'll copy that. I'll control C to copy that. And then paste here again. The last step would be this. Yeah, so now to create our available time slots. I'm thinking of two variations for the time slots. So the first one will be, I'll click on L to draw a line. Increase the width to 2. It is 24. Then I'll select one of the grays or the blacks, whatever I might call it. Want something not too dark. Okay, let's go for this. I'll probably say increase the length to about, let's see, 30. Zoom out a bit. Okay. Shorter one, let's see, 24. Probably even shorter, let's see, 20. I think 20 will just be fine. So this will just be like a time that I can dial across to see the available slots. It's one more. It's then this comes again. Make sure it's supposed to it. Then I can just select everything and create an auto layout, Shift A, Control C and Control V. Okay. Control C and Control V, make sure that that's it also. Rather, after this, let me delete this. So this line wouldn't be here, and then we have it again between these two. So yeah, confirm that we have it there. Create this two as an auto layout. And then select the last one, Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V, V, Control V, Control V, Control V. So it's kind of spreading across. I want to look at it, just center align this. Let's see. Maybe I'll just take out this last one. Let's take out the last one and center a line there. Probably like to change the color. So I need to borrow these. So this would be like the time indicator to highlight what time you have selected, 12:30. Doing that. Therefore, 48 away. What next will be so this would be to tell if the barber is available at the set time or not. We can make this green, say available, and then when it's not available, it will be red, unavailable. The text will just change. So well, let's say it's available at the set time. I'll probably move these to semi-bold. Let's see medium. Okay, I think medium is fine. And then for the time when it's available, I will borrow this Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Nah, I just Ctrl V. Oops, Ctrl Z. So let's assume that time is available at that set time. And I'll select our primary color. I'll change this also to our primary color. And 80, so an indicator for the time when it's available. The 34. And make all of this group 16. 16. Can make this like 24 away. And then one thing we can do is draw a rectangle here to cover this place up, and then make it a gradient. So it would give that infinity look like the time stretches out. It will give that infinity look like the time stretches out of the screen. So it's a linear. Let me just move this here so that we can see. Zoom in, and then I'll change the direction. Let's bring this to the beginning, yeah. The colors will be that of our background. Change both colors to that of our background. I'll reduce. Take this out some sort so that opacity here should be 0. Let me make the opacity say 50. Let's see what 50 gives us. Maybe 8C or 70 should be safe. Yeah, so it makes that last one fade some sorts. I can still reduce that opacity and then go here and say 60 instead. So Ctrl C and Ctrl V, then I'll flip it by right clicking and then flip horizontal, shift, and then drag to this end. So this is going out of the screen. I'll just Ctrl C, click on the frame, and then Ctrl V, it pastes it in place. So I'll select all of that. I'll select all of that. I want it to be like 40 away from the button. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me say 48 because of our availability. What distance are we using here? We're using 32, so bring this down to 32. 1, 2, 3. Then this to the top, we have 32 also, so the same thing. 26. We just move it up by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 32. Then we can close this up. So you scroll and then it's available or not available. So that's what this means. Another quick way, like there are several ways you can do your time. You can decide to, instead of this, you can decide to actually like list your time. So definitely draw the rectangle, give it the corner radius of, let's say, 4. The fill will be the background color, and then I'll give it a stroke, one of the grays. Let's say I'm doing that. I just type my time, say 5:30. Doesn't matter the time. Select both of them. Auto layouts. I was supposed to create the auto layouts initially, but let's just overlook that. And maybe add it. So you can do this, and then like just go on with your time like that. 7:30, etc. You can decide to make everything on the same line, and then user scrolls like this, and user scrolls, or you section them by time of the day. So let's say the top one is morning. Okay, let me create a copy of this, since I'll be making the file available for practice. This screen is not perfect. You'd have to perfect it if you decide to go with the style in the middle. And then the last method that is coming to my head, or the last design style that's coming to my head, is morning session. So let's say it's 30 here. Level 130. Let's say we give him like 15 minutes to break after each cut. 5, level 45, and then that will be all for the morning. And then the next one will be afternoon session. So you bring this ones down, and then you create the title afternoon sessions, and then you input your time. Mind you, if you're also going with this design, if you are handling this file, you'd have to adjust the time. Yes, adjust the distance between the spacing between the elements there. Well, I think I'd like to go with this, just to be kind of funky. So my button, I would say next. It's not center aligned, so I'll align it to the center. If I was using an auto layout now, that's what I've been taking care of. Watch out for my future YouTube videos where I'll be talking more about auto layouts and components in Figma. And then the next thing will be the confirmation page. Say confirm booking. So Derek can just take this out here. Okay, we can leave that there. Say date. And then I wouldn't make it I'll just leave it as a normal case. Let's also be make this string also. Show down the same line. Then align to the edge. Date is what dates did we select here? Thursday the 17th, or yeah, Thursday the 17th. Say so, yeah. I'll make this line right aligned. So Thursday 17th November 2022, and then the next thing will be our time. And the time is 12:30 p.m. Yeah, 12:30 p.m. This aligned. This is also aligned. Won't be needing this. So depending on depending on the business model, they can say, okay, for you to book or you deposit something, so that means you have to create like deposit fee, which is maybe like this starting amount, which is $20, so that if you miss it, if you miss the appointment, then that means there's no refund for you. But then they can also create a refund policy that if you cancel maybe 2 hours ahead, you get a refund probably it's saved in your wallet within the app, and you can use it whenever you like. Let's make this 16 instead. So I think I'm done. We are done. And now we say confirm booking. Center align this again. Now we can select all of these. There should be 32. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Confirm booking, and then can create a success page. Close. Appointment schedule. Appointment scheduled. At this point you can't go back anymore, so we don't need the back button. We don't need that. Let's use an animation here. Bring up Lottie files. So now when we have Lottie up, we open Lottie and search for success, and then you can select anyone that pleases you. Just select this first one. I'll say insert as GIF. I think I'm good with that size, 500 by 500. I don't even think I need up to that. Then we allow it to convert and do its thing. Select this and I'll reduce the size of probably 150. Center align it and bring it down here. You won't see it until you prototype it, so I'll just click on the present button, and once we click on that, we should be able to see the animation being played. So here's it. It has a background. I don't know why, but I would just, let's see if I can influence the background color here. Okay, yeah. Just insert another one here. Insert div. Small is fine. But I think I haven't tried it before, but I have a theory in my head that it's safer to insert a larger one so that you can scale down easily. I think if you bring a smaller one in and you want to scale up, it would lose its quality. But I already know that 150 is almost like kind of okay for this, so just stick to that. Yeah. So then we can just have like a subtest, close Lottie, we don't need Lottie anymore. And then we can just have like the subtest here. We're going to make it a normal case also, telling the user their bookings have been confirmed or has been taken basically. Your booking has been confirmed. Confirmed. to yourself here. And I'll increase the height. Let's try 150%. Center align it. Can use the 12. Okay, so the 0. Let's see. Let's preview it. So you see? So yes, and we are done with this batch of tutorials. Thank you guys for watching the first one, and thank you for watching this. So in the future video, I'll be prototyping some of the screens, the flows where once you click them, moves from this to that and all of that. Especially this scroller here, I'll do that, which also once you see I do this, you can also apply it to this. You can also apply it to this also, because this place is going to be scrollable. Okay, yeah, and also scrolling for this, scrolling for every other page, how the buttons connect, the back buttons, and all of that. Once you click on close, coming back, it should take you back to this place. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and watch out for future videos on this channel. Thank you. Please do like, subscribe, share with a friend. Don't be selfish. On to the next one. See you. Bye.